Welcome to the Get Fed podcast, where we bring you the very best of our popular Get Fed series. Join Good Catholic's Rachel Shrader Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to learn about the rich culture, history, and traditions of the Catholic Church, one bite at a time. Today, we're going to talk about the samurai who became a saint and lived the samurai code as no one had ever done before. You may think the words saint and samurai don't go in the same sentence. The ancient warrior class of Japan, while enjoying a legendary status for its skill and dedication, functioned within a pagan society and according to its ideals. Right? Let me introduce you to Blessed Yusto Takeyama Ukon, often called Dom Yusto. Not only was he a devout Christian, he possibly lived out the ideals of the samurai better than anyone had before him. The samurai were steadfastly dedicated to their code of honor. A major facet of this code was absolute devotion to one's lord in the face of any trial or personal suffering, even to the sacrifice of one's own life. Dom Yusto had to make many difficult decisions throughout an illustrious career, and in every instance, he obeyed and honored his lord above all, even when it eventually did cost him his life. Takeyama Hikagoro was born into a samurai family in 1552, just after the Jesuits had arrived in Japan. His father was the daimyo, or lord, of a small castle. The family was well respected and enjoyed connections with powerful lords and warriors. Eventually, the family became Catholic, converted by the eloquence of a half-blind, wandering minstrel, when Hikagoro was 11. Hikagoro took the name of Yusto, after St. Justin Martyr. Yusto's father retired from public life when Yusto was 21, entrusting the responsibilities of daimyo to the young samurai. Holding various important positions during the ensuing years, Dom Yusto was a great success as a warrior and leader, and also a model Christian. Though he had grown lukewarm in his faith during his adolescence, his zeal was renewed as a young man, after which he strove to enable the spread of Christianity. Thousands were baptized due to his efforts, and he helped build a seminary. He himself advanced steadily to a high degree of prayer and virtue. The lords under whom Dom Yusto served were often friendly to his ambitions and allowed him to practice his faith and evangelize freely. But some were less so. Things came to a head under the Chancellor Hideyoshi, with whom Yusto had an often cordial relationship, but who eventually forced him to choose between his faith and his service to Hideyoshi. Yusto chose his faith. He lost his title, his territories, and his fortunes, but he kept his honor, for he knew where true honor lay. Dom Yusto then dedicated himself to spiritual and apostolic works. Hideyoshi did no further harm to him, but maintained his anti-Christian attitudes. It was under Hideyoshi that the 26 martyrs of Japan met their cruel end on February 5th, 1597. After Hideyoshi's death, Dom Yusto enjoyed several years of peace, during which he was able to regain some of what he had lost and practice his faith without interference. But in 1614, the powerful Lord Ieyasu, who outranked Yusto and his local Christianity-friendly daimyo, expelled the Christian missionaries and their leaders, including Yusto. Dom Yusto and his family went into exile in Manila, and 40 days later, on February 3rd, 1615, the great Christian samurai died. Because his death was caused by the suffering he endured in exile, he was declared a martyr in 2016 and beatified the following year. Join us next time for another serving of the Get Fed podcast.